questions. What made you become interested in a healthy community?
I guess I saw the fact that a lot of our kids were starting to have health issues at an earlier age. They were, a lot of our kids were not as physically active as they were like when I was a child. We don't get to go outside and play, and I see that the making sure that we have PE and health classes and things like that are an important part of that, because if you know math and English, that's great, but if you're not healthy enough to keep a job or go outside and play or, be with your family and friends, then what good is that? So that's why I'm interested in that. I think it just, I think everybody plays a part in that. I think teachers play a part in that, families play a part in that. I think the mayor of McKinney plays a part in that, trying to get us walking trails and things like that so that we can go outside and play in a safe environment.
Why do you think it's important for McKinney to be healthy?
Because I think if you're healthy, if the city's healthy and the people in the city are healthy, then we're going to be more productive. People are going to want to move to our city. People are going to want to live here. People that are healthy walk around with a smile on their face. They're glad to be where they are. They feel good about themselves. So I think that's why it's important for the entire community to try to strive to be healthy.
What do you see in the future's health?
What do I see in the future's health? I think that while a lot of people are upset that there's a lot of rules going into our food labels and things like that, I think we have, maybe we need to get back to some of the ways that we used to eat. When my grandmother was growing up, that we sometimes forget how important that is to stop and have family time and converse with each other around that mealtime. So I think we need to look at I think we need to stop and take a look at how we eat and how it's just the social skills and things that are involved with that whole eating process too. It's not just about, driving from place to place and eating in the car. Families used to sit down and converse, and that was when they had their bonding time and their communication time. So food is not just about, it's about feeding your body, but it's about feeding your body the correct way, not just putting food in there to be putting food in there. So I think that's why I know there's people out there that are upset with the government and with President Obama's wife, Michelle Obama, because we're trying to put in all these guidelines. But I think what they're really trying to do is get us to stop and look at how far we've come, and yes, we do have safe food in this country and things like that, so I don't want to go back and say we don't want to do that, but I think we need to stop and look at what we're actually consuming.
What did you do to help McKinney become healthy?
I worked with Dr. Kennedy and Mayor Lockmiller and Karen Clem, who's over the Health and PE Coordinator, and really all of the coordinated health teams in the district. I'm over that department, I guess. So really it wasn't just me. We've got the mayor and we've got Dr. Kennedy, who are really on board with trying to help us be healthy. I meet mostly with Cooper Clinic and Baylor Hospital, and we've formed the Mayor's Health Partnership to try to, and we've got a Facebook page out there, and it's not anything fancy. It's pretty simple, but we're trying to post things like our Taste of Tuesday things like we had yesterday. We're trying to get that out there, trying to get that out to the community, that we are trying to do healthy things, that it's not just about we're just talking about it. We want to walk the walk too. So I think that's the piece that that Karen Clem and I are trying to do a better job of. We're trying to get people to walk the walk. We're trying to get that out to the employees too. And I think some days I do a better job at that than other days. But I think just forming those partnerships. We also work with the American Diabetes Association, with the American Heart Association, doing things like Jump Rope for Heart, and trying to bring in other partners in the community to promote that health message.
Is it easy for you to make McKinney healthy? Why or why not?
Is it easy? In some ways, it's getting easier. Let's put it that way. it's hard to integrate health into the school day because it's not one of those subjects that you all are tested on as a core subject. You're not having a tax test or STAR test on that. So it's hard to get that into the school day because there's so many things the teacher needs to, that needs to teach you, you know. So a lot of that falls back on the PE teacher or on the school nurse. But we all know that she's really busy in her clinic too, so it's hard for her to get out in a organized fashion to, you know, to teach those lessons and things. I mean, they try, but sometimes there's things that come up. It's a little, the hardest part about trying to make it healthy is just trying to, there's a lot of people that see that as you're trying to force them to eat healthy. So we're trying to go about that as a way of, no, this is why you need to do it. Not just say no to that, say no to the cupcake. This is why you shouldn't eat the cupcake, or this is why you shouldn't eat so many sweets, or this is why you should try to get, you know, eat whole grains and things like that, not just white bread and things like that. So the hardest part is a lot of people see that as, you know, I eat, you know, why are you trying to tell me how I need to do that? And then just trying to get them implemented into the day because your school days are so busy. There's a lot for you to learn. So trying to add that additional piece in there is hard. So we're trying to do things like, I mean, I know we do morning announcements, and I know we do, oh, there's Karen Clem right there. Is she you next? We try to do morning announcements or send little things out in newsletters and things like that we can get out in little snippets, you know, so it's not, you know, it's not really a huge class lesson, but it's little things that we can tell you off and on. Okay. Did I answer your question? Or did I ramble? Okay.
Well, thank you for coming.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you.